Have you ever wondered if it was possible to make a woman want you even though she wasn't interested initially? Well, there are some things with our psychology as women that can really flip the script for you, and I really want to equip you to do that. In fact, I want to share with you a personal story where this actually happened to me. It was a guy I was not even interested in. I thought the date was just gonna be a typical dud, and it turned out to be far more interesting. And I want to show you what this guy did, and I want to teach you how you can do it as well. So by the end of this video, you feel like, you know what? There's that particular woman I've been interested in, and maybe I've been approaching the whole situation entirely wrong because I've been approaching her the way I think she wants to be approached, but not the way a woman responds to. So let me break it down and show you exactly how this guy did it. I'm Arica Angelo. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. So, went down like this. I was actually out at a dinner in Santa Monica. It was like one of these private members clubs only in Santa Monica. And so I was at a table, it was filled with people, and a woman comes up to me and she kneels next to me and she says to me this, she says, "Hey, I have a friend who's inside and he saw you and he thinks you're so beautiful and he's really interested in you, but he can tell that you've got a full table going on here and he doesn't want to interrupt and he's a little bit shy." And she said, "Do you mind if I give him your phone number?" Well, I was not totally into this because if a guy wants me, I just want him to just show up and come say, "Hey, I'm interested in you." So I was a bit put off by this and I said, yeah, it's a little strange, but here's my business card. And if he wants to reach out to me, he can reach out to me through that. And she was like, "Okay, great, thanks." I didn't think anything of it. It ended up turning out to be a really fun night. Lots of wine was consumed. It was great. Then I get an email from this guy, because mind you, I gave him my business card and he asked me out on a date. And I was like, okay, I guess, yeah, you're following through. So that's a turn on, but still not really sure. Now, before I continue on with this story, I do want to offer you a free resource of my 20 best sexual questions to ask a woman to get her more interested, to get her to open up to you sexually. You can find it in the comment section. You can get it in the description, completely free. You can download it, put it on your phone, play with these questions the next time you're with a woman. So this is where the story gets really interesting. The guy picks me up and he has a driver. This freaks me out a little bit. Remember, we're talking about female psychology. I'm trying to help you guys get into our heads and see how a woman processes all of this. I just want to be super honest with this story with you. So he picks me up, he has a driver, and you might think that that's super impressive, but for me, it freaked me out because I have a sister who was hit by a drunk driver. It's Los Angeles, so my mind goes to worst case scenario, and I think, oh my gosh, this guy has an alcohol problem. So I straight up ask him, I'm like, are you like sober, or like, do you drink? Like, is that why you have a driver? He's like, no, I just don't like to drive, and that's why I have a driver. But you can see like the psychology of a woman. We're a little bit on guard. We don't know who you are. So this is what you're up against. This is why I want to tell you the truth on how to switch this. We go on the date and I'm really not that interested because the whole thing has been completely awkward. He sent the friend over. Now he picks me up with the driver and I'm just like, this is just all really strange. This is where he changed and flipped the script. I'm not that interested in homeboy. You got that, but this is what changes it. He starts telling me, hey, I researched you a bit and I got to know a little bit. And he was like, this is what I kind of see who you are as a person. And then he starts asking me more questions. There are 3 things that he did in this, and I want you to take notes that are super important. 1, he was genuinely interested in me. When a woman feels like you're genuinely interested in her, what it does is it creates safety. It brings our guards down. When he told me that he had studied me and he started asking me more questions, I felt his authenticity. I felt he was being sincere. Sincerity is super disarming. In fact, in the comment section say, sincerity is disarming. It pulls our walls down. So the fact that he showed interest and it was sincere really brought things down. Here's the other thing that he did that was super clever of him, was he gave me feedback about what he observed about me. And a lot of guys don't do this. Why? Because you're taking a risk of feeling rejected. Anytime we say something vulnerable, well, I see it this way or I see you this way, obviously in a positive way, you're taking a risk for the person to disagree with you or say, oh, you got that wrong. Regardless, you have to take that risk with vulnerability. That vulnerability is gonna translate into courage. A woman is drawn to a man who's courageous enough to speak his mind and be super truthful about how he perceives her and the situation. So 1, he was sincere. 2, he took a risk. He gave feedback about what he saw, and that showed me that he was confident in himself. The third thing was this: you have to be willing to touch her. He got into my head. He was super sincere. He gave me honest feedback. He was genuinely curious. Curiosity really goes far, but you've got to switch it up. You've got to turn on the touch. Once he realized that my guard was down and I was opening up to him, my body softened, I was sincere, I started smiling more, I was interacting in the conversation. He's like, okay, guards are down. That's when you go in for the touch. And that's what you got to pay attention to, because if it's just in her head, she's not in her body. If she's not in her body, she's not going to flip the script of how she perceives you. She needs to feel you. So when you start touching her hand, or you hold the bottom edge of her back as she's walking along, or you remove hair from her face, all of these things establish connection. And this flips the script. And that's exactly what happened. I continued to see this guy, and he left an indelible mark on me, because I'm still sharing this story 10 or 15 years later. That's the power that you have. But when you really understand the psychology of a woman and why we either pursue you, why we engage with you, or why we just completely lose interest for you. Now, you can get my brand new program called the Desire Code that puts you 10 steps ahead amongst most men, because the Desire Code is all about empowering you to feel like you can confidently move with your desires so that you become her sexual obsession. It's a video training, and there's also downloadable audio guides where I encourage you, I speak over you, I give you permission with your sexuality, and you can listen to those 100 times, as many times as you want, so that when you walk into that encounter with her, you feel like you are the mother freaking man, because you know what? You are the mother freaking man, and you got to feel that. And the more she feels that from you, the more obsessed she becomes with you. I hope this video really helped you. Here's another video for you to check out. I'll see you soon. You take care.